Now, let's move on to the highlights of today. Our first highlight is, of course, our first speaker. Now, it gives me great pleasure to give you a very brief introduction before I pass the floor over to him. He is a Marshall Goldsmith Certified Executive Coach and accredited Vistage Singapore Chair. And he is here today, this morning, on this wonderful Saturday MCO morning, to share with us on a topic of how to publish your book on Amazon for less than $100 US. That's right, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Mr. Cheng Ji Min.
Thank you very much, Adi, for those kind words. I'm very happy to be back here in iAuthorSclub. I used to be a member for 2 years. I returned to Singapore back in December 2018. So I have very fond memories of my time during my 2 years in iAuthorSclub. Learned a lot from many members, inspiring speakers. I hope I can do my part here. And I would like to thank Robin, President of iAuthorSclub, and the AJK committee for inviting me to give this talk. I'm very honored to do so. Thank you very much. Okay, I've opened the curtains to publish your book on Amazon for less than $100 US. As the president said, chase the lion. The lion is here for you. The lion is a symbol of Singapore, the Lion City, as well as one of the characters in the book. You have a chance later on, I will describe a bit of the book. But let me talk about what it is all about. I shall talk a little bit of my history in iAuthorSclub, my book writing history, so you know a bit of myself. My first book I wrote here in the mystery shopping, that was published back in 2005 in Singapore. I decided to write that book because my co-writer and myself were launching a business on the mystery shopping. So we wanted to go into, that is a service audit business. We go around to check people's service level in different shops, restaurants, stuff like this. So I thought that would be the first and only book I would write. But little did I know that back in the 2017, when I was in iAuthorSclub, I was invited or encouraged to write a chapter in a book known as Stories of Aspiring Entrepreneurs. I'm sure you can see many familiar faces here. They probably are still members with you, and I've learned a lot from them. So I've contributed one chapter, and I had a very good time with these 12 other authors. So, and then that was 2017. So it inspired me to keep thinking of writing a book. So my third and latest book is known as this, Put the Magic Back into Your Business. Okay, it was published in February this year, and it was also co-written with another author known as Gracie Yap. And the reason why I like to have co-authors, I like to write with another person is because firstly, we can do double the work in half the time. We can basically push each other to complete deadlines. And best of all, we can split the cost. So that's why I like to work with co-authors instead of being a lone author. Probably less stressful, less work, and splitting the cost. Now, why do I want to write another book? So I asked myself that question. So, well, some years ago, I had this idea of writing a book on my experiences working in Malaysia. I've been working in Malaysia for 8 years prior to 2018. From 2011, my first job was in Penang. So until end of 2018, I returned to Singapore. So I have lots of wonderful memories and experiences and many colorful characters and incidents I wanted to share. But of course, if I were to write a novel talking about true incidents and stuff like this, some people who are portrayed negatively may not like it very much. So I decided, no, don't write a novel or don't write a real novel. Write something that I can still express some of my thoughts and ideas on management, but in a more fun way and less controversial way, hopefully. So I decided to share my passion using fables as a genre. No? I mean, in the fable, you have animals interacting in a fantasy world. So I would put some characters whom I know in my experiences. I fit it with the certain kind of animals who fit the kind of characters, and then I will tell a story in the several different chapters. So that was my first thought. Can I write a story about my experiences in a more fun way, interactive way? The second, the reason why I wanted to write the book is that I want to explore a low-cost environment, a sustainable environment to do self-publishing business. I mean, the usual approach to write the book is firstly you write the book, you spend money to print it out, and then you start selling. The second approach is that you can pre-sell the book, start writing, and then you start printing and publishing the books. These are the two main methods which I know of. And I was looking for a third way. I wanted to look for a way where I didn't need to sell a few thousand books, where I didn't need to find a place to store my unsold books. Because my past experience when I launched my first book in 2005, I only printed 1,000 books. That was the minimum copies allowed. Uh, Up to now, after 15 years, I've left 5 copies. So it took me 15 years to clear my stock. So I did want to repeat that thing again. Of course, I was not very aggressive in marketing, but still, if I were to write 10 books, there will be thousands of books in my storeroom. So I didn't want to write a few thousand books and what to do with my unsold books. And I didn't want to go through the hassle of packing and shipping my stuff. Every time I wanted to sell something, I need to pack it, go to the post office or post laju, to send it off. And I wanted to find a way where I don't need to do a lot of road shows, market myself aggressively, or go for press interviews. Because if I'm working full time, my boss is unlikely to support me going around to make money for myself and not for him. So sometimes we need to be a bit low profile. If we are not all full-time authors, many of us are part-time authors. We have our full-time jobs, and we cannot be seen to go out to market ourselves too aggressively. So what could we do then? So these were the two main reasons. One reason is talking about low-cost environment, and I want to share my story. Now I came up with the third way, or what I call the IGISI way or IGC way. So first step will be an international author. Later I explain to you what it means. Sell your books globally. I'm sure some of you already do. Eliminate your inventory. That means your book stock. Eliminate shipping costs, and also ultimately increase your ROI. So my idea was to increase my ROI, not so much to sell a lot of books. I wanted to test the concept. So I decided to write this book to test the concept as well. Now imagine this man in the desert, crawling around searching for water. He can crawl around for ages and you still cannot find water, the source of the water, until someone points you to the source of the water. So that person who pointed me to the source of the water, or in this case it was my co-author, and she pointed me out to publish on Amazon. Up to that point in time, I did not realize that I could do so. So she was very kind enough to point to me the right direction to the source of water, or should I say a source of income. Now, to be an international author, take note of this URL, the website, kdp.amazon.com, English and US. Basically, KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing. This is different from the normal Amazon account you open. You have to open it separately. Under KDP account, go to this link. Anyone can open a free account. It's free for anyone around the world. So just go ahead. I believe my slides are available. You can basically, later I'm sure it will share with you. So this is the place whereby I registered my account. And then the amazing thing about this site is that you can self-publish your books for free. And in less than 5 minutes, of course, provided you have your book ready, your cover, everything's ready. You just upload it to the site, and in less than 5 minutes, and within 24 to 48 hours, your book is for sale in Amazon worldwide. And in terms of royalty, you can earn up to 70% royalty for ebooks or Kindle ebooks, I call it, and up to 60% on paperback books. So good thing is that you control your intellectual property and your copyrights. You also potentially can reach millions of readers. Of course, you still need to promote. It doesn't sell automatically by itself. You need to promote your books. And this is, I call it the first I or the IGISI or IGC way. Now you can sell your books worldwide, globally. Uh, Actually, now, today, anyone can attend the iAuthors Club from anywhere around the world. I remember I used to have to drive all the way to Sri Petaling from Kota Kemuning when I was staying in Malaysia. It was a drive, long drive. Not everyone can drive up there. So, but now, today, because of this Zoom meeting, anyone around the world can watch you and see what you're doing. So I think we will need to think globally now, think of selling your books globally. So this is the G in the IGC way. Now in Amazon, there are 14 countries where Amazon is present in over 5 continents. You have USA, UK. USA obviously is the biggest market for English language books. Canada, Germany, Mexico, many European countries, Australia, Japan, India. And not only that, Amazon will help you to promote your books on other sites not belonging to Amazon. Some of those I've featured there, a few sites. These are only the few. There are many more. So you have someone who will list your books here. Now, this is a page in my book. Put the magic back into your business, mind management and leadership skills. If you notice here, there's this ISBN number. ISBN number. This is a ISBN number from the USA. It's not a Malaysian or Singapore number. So in order to be known as an international author or rather an American author, you go to Amazon, you register ISBN number. This is provided for free. Normally, if you want to pay for an ISBN number in USA, you have to pay about 125 US dollar per ISBN. So Amazon package in such a way that they give you a free ISBN and it's free to use. So this is something very amazing and seamless. And one thing, if you notice below, is stated printed in the United States of America. So I'm sure your friends and supporters will be thinking, "Wow, how can you afford to print in such an expensive country?" So this one, in a way, will differentiate your book from maybe other writers who print locally. It's good to print locally because it's definitely much cheaper. But sometimes in the competitive world, you want to brand yourself a bit differently. So here you have something like printed in United States of America. This is a US ISBN number. Now, not only that, Amazon has given me a free web page to promote my books. So this is free for me. I put it in my profile. I put in my books. And the best thing is that this is linked to the shopping cart of Amazon. So if you're lucky, you can click on it and immediately you can buy my book. So it's that convenient. I do not need to build up my own website, spend money and time to come up with my own the website to promote my books. Straight away, I have author's page, and this is linked directly to a shopping cart. So to me, I found that it's very convenient. Unlike in the past where I have to do my own marketing materials. And okay, next thing I would like to share with you is, okay, how do we eliminate inventory? As you know, most of the time when we uh, do books, print books the traditional way, we need to order in advance. Minimum, I think, is at least 1 to 2,000 copies. 10, 20 copies, no printer is interested to do for you. So I think the way is that you have to print out books. Must have some inventory on hand because you have to do the shipping yourself. You have to deliver stuff like this. So uh, this is the second I in the IGC way. That means we talk about eliminating your inventory. Okay. So how do we do that? What we do is that we talk about printing on demand. So you only print the books are only printed when customers order. So you don't overprint. You don't have to print 1,000 copies. When people order one, they print one. You order 10, they print 10. So it's zero, in a way, minimize the waste. Okay, and good thing is that you don't need to keep any stock. Okay, if you don't want to, you can buy some copies at the author's price. All authors will have a special price. You just pay the price for the printing, and you can distribute to your friends locally. But you don't need to print a few thousand. You can buy 10, 20 books for yourself. And everything is handled by Amazon, including the printing and shipping of books anywhere around the world. So I don't need to chase Amazon for anything, to check reading, to check on their whatever, whether they've done this and that. So it's very seamless. I didn't need to chase them at all. Once I uploaded a book, everything was autopilot. So that's something I was quite impressed with. Okay, and I wanted to also eliminate the shipping costs. So this is the S in the IGC way. I mean, during COVID period, Amazon will give priority to delivering food. I mean, or other things that are more related to tackling the COVID. So books may not be so prioritized, may not be a priority. So it may take a longer time to receive your books, and of course, you still need to pay. Your buyers need to pay a shipping cost. So it may be quite costly for your potential customers. So what I would suggest is that you can publish a Kindle book, a Kindle digital book. Kindle, the format is known as a MOBI format, MOBI format. It's different from the PDF or the other format known as EPUB format. So this is proprietary to Amazon. One thing is that what you have is that you can download your book immediately. You don't have to wait to receive the book. And you, of course, when you download immediately, you can eliminate your shipping costs. Now, how do you read this Kindle? You can download the app for free. In the past, you need to buy a Kindle reader hardware. Now you don't need to at all. I think about 2 years ago. So this app is downloaded free. It's available on the App Store, on Google Play, on Apple Store, on PC and Mac. So you can download this app. You can read any Kindle book anywhere. So the difference between Kindle book and the PDF book is that PDF is a fixed format. So every time when you want to read a PDF book in different screen, you need to size it, zoom in, zoom out, no? Stuff like this. No? For Kindle under MOBI format, you don't have to do that. It's automatically adjusted whatever screen you are using, whether it be the mobile phone, tablet, or PC. So that is very common. That's one of the differences. Of course, there are more. So this is supported by this Amazon. Now, of course, we like to learn about what is our return on investment. I'm sure we want to know our dollars and cents. How much did I spend on this? Why do I say I only spent less than 100 US dollars? How can it be so amazing? I know that back in 2005, I used to print that book. I spent about 4,000 or 5,000 Sing dollars during those days, editor, printing, get someone to do my layout, my cover design, stuff like this. So how could I get do it for such a low price? Let me share with you how I did it. Now this is on the left side is a cost and a price. Well, the publishing cost basically is nil. You can use all the free tools in Amazon. They even have your free cover page creator plus layout editor. So you can basically publish for free. Okay, but in terms of cover layout, cover design, internal layout, I chose to outsource to Fiverr. Actually, there are two different designers. In total, I was charged about 50 US dollars, including commission to the platform. Because I didn't want to try and order for myself, so I rather outsource to someone who is more experienced. And the turnaround time was very fast. Within 1-2 days, I got the input, and the work was pretty good, I must say. And in terms of printing, they have two kinds of printing prices in Amazon. If your book is more than 110 pages on a per book basis, the printing cost will be about 85 US cents. If your book is less than 110 pages, it could be about 215 US cents. So of course, when you write more books, your printing cost is cheaper, but your shipping cost will increase, obviously, because of the weight. Now I shipped from USA to Singapore. If I were to buy one book only, the shipping cost would be fairly expensive, about $638 per book, you know. But if I were to order more books, the cost goes down tremendously. You can see it's $2 US 5 cents per book, just by ordering 50 books. It's not 1,000 books or so. So the price will drop gradually. And of course, the other costs like editor's costs. So how did I save my money? My co-writer is an accomplished author. She's very experienced in writing many books. She's also an English language teacher. So she helped me write some chapters and also edited the book. So I saved some money on the paying for editor. So that's how I spent less than $100 on writing and publishing the book. But how much do I price my book for? On Kindle, they have recommended from $2.99 to $9.99. So I priced it at $3.99 per book. For paperback, I priced it at $12.99, excluding shipping costs. So I deliberately make it higher so that I would like to encourage people to buy the Kindle book. I mean, it's more environmentally friendly. You don't have to pay for shipping costs. No? You can get it immediately faster. But some of us still like to have hard copy in our hands. Then you have a choice to do so. So I managed to generate about 3.3 times my return investment within the 30 days. I did not do any promotion. I did not do any marketing or such thing. I did not publicize. I did not go out on roadshows. I just simply sent some messages to some friends and relatives. They supported me. I ordered 50 books. They bought 25 books from me. So because of my cost is very low, I could generate the kind of return investment 3.3 times. So I thought that that is in a way is a good test of me doing things a bit more efficiently. And just imagine, I know iAuthorSclub, there are quite a few of you who have written bestseller books. You have sold thousands of books. So and you are marketed mainly within Malaysia, probably some overseas. So can you imagine with this ability to publish your book at a lower cost, you can make much more money. Your profits will be much more higher, and you are targeting an international audience. So that's what I want to emphasize: is that don't share your story within Malaysia. Let the world know about your story. There are many interesting stories. Please share it with the rest of the world. Now the turnaround time for the printing, I was also truly impressed. I ordered the 50 books on the 17th of February. 2 days later, it was printed in the USA. How I know it? Because in the book, they put the date. They tell you the date when they print out. So I know how efficient they are. And within 7 days from order, I received the book in Singapore, 24 February. And this is by normal shipping. It's not by express, courier or whatever. I expected to receive it 3-4 weeks later, but I received within 1 week. I was pleasantly surprised. So the turnaround time was very fast. Now, of course, the books do not sell by itself. You need to promote it. But this topic is a subject of another talk, So I won't dwell too much on this. I'll just highlight a few salient points, just a few promotional methods. You can see these are some methods only. There are more than 100 methods of promoting your books. You can go on Amazon, use Facebook Live, I mean, nowadays people can sell fish over Facebook, live streaming. I'm sure you can sell books, make your own podcast, create your own YouTube channel, and many others. So I wanted more time to research on this and to actually experience it before I give my next talk. So I will talk from experience and see what works and what doesn't work. Now, if you wish to know what inspired me, how this book inspired me, you can buy this book, my book, at Amazon.com. You just scan this code. At this juncture, I'd like to thank Marcus and Dr. Daniel for suggesting to me to create a QR code for the book and for pointing out to me the website for doing so. I found it very user-friendly. I created within 2 minutes. So I'd like to thank Marcus and Dr. Daniel for sharing with me your knowledge on this thing. That's what I like about iAuthors is everyone is very sharing and open. I hope to contribute in that way. So you can just scan this QR code to buy. You go direct to my Amazon book site. Now, again, this QR code for the Facebook is the Facebook for my put the magic back into business Facebook page. I also created using the website suggested by Marcus. You can scan it also to contribute, to make comments. And to me, I feel that you can be an international author today. Okay, don't limit your story to Malaysia, because I've been working in Malaysia for 8 years. I know Malaysians have lots of stories to tell, very interesting way of putting things, and I believe that it is only right that you share with the world. Okay, share with the world market. I would
Mr.
just
Cheng,
like to end by saying, dream big, start small, move fast, and use the IGC way. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Adi, over to you.
thank you very much, Mr. Cheng. Wow, wonderful sharing over there. Who knew, yeah, you can actually publish a book and market it all over the world. Now we have some interesting questions here. We have, well, the first question is from Miss Amshida. She's asking, Mr. Cheng, apart from using Kindle that you mentioned, are there any other ways for you to write an ebook, like an app or anything?
Actually, there are a few formats in the market. One is they call it EPUB, EPUB. That is the one is more generic. It is open source. So other than Kindle, you can use that format. You can use a normal PDF. PDF is just like your Word file. You save in the PDF format. And I'm sure Happy Sam will be able to share with you. He has lots of ebooks, and he will probably advise you which is the best way. But there are many formats. One is MOBI, MOBI. One is EPUB. The other one is a normal PDF. You just convert from Word file. And I'm sure there are some which I'm not aware of. So there are other ways. And
We
if
have a
you want to
fantastic,
create an app, yes, you can do so. If you want to create your own app, yeah.
there you go. If you have the ability, the knowledge, and know how to actually create your own app for an ebook, go ahead and why not you do it? Okay. Now we have a question here from Yua Ao Yong. Is it possible to convert? How is it possible to convert ebooks into physical books?
Oh, one thing from Amazon, from my experience, I did an ebook and a physical book. So what happened is that it's slightly different format. So I had to create a new format for ebook. I created a PDF book for my printed copy. So at the same time as I write the book, I created two formats, two versions. So I don't have to do a separate version. So they encourage us. I mean, Amazon encourages us to do either your Kindle, paperback, or both. So I found it very convenient because the moment I finish my manuscript, the draft is in Word format. The moment I converted that into PDF, it's already a paperback book. You see, I just need to have another version for my Kindle book. That's all. You know, and
Wonderful.
that's it doesn't cost much.
All right, wonderful. Okay, question again from Miss Amshida again. Now, how do you market your ebooks then? What's your marketing plan? How do you do the marketing for it?
Okay, good question. To me, now that I'm not working for any bosses, I'm on my own. I can be more innovative. I can be more aggressive in my marketing. So earlier I mentioned that you need to do press interviews, stuff like this, radio interviews. Now, if you are on your own, please do so. If you have platforms like iAuthorSclub, that's one of the platforms. If you talk about book exchanges, that means there are many sites around the world. They call it book exchange. You may exchange your book for other people, and then the people will comment your books, stuff like this. To become a guest writer, blog for other people, do your own podcast, create your own YouTube channel. So there are many ways. It's up to your creativity. So in fact, you explore the ones which you think fits best to what you do now.
Very nice, thank you. We have another question here from Huilin. We have quite a few questions, actually, Mr. Cheng. My apologies. We'll try to get to all the questions within the time. But yes, and then we have one from Huilin asking about pricing. When you talk about pricing, is it printing price or is it the other way around?
Okay, the pricing. Sorry, the pricing. Maybe I didn't make it clear. Pricing is the cost. Not really the cost. Is my revenue. That means how much I price the book to sell.
Right.
Cost is the cost, the printing cost. Price is how much I charge.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, we have a question from Benjamin here. Now, is it to his understanding then that he needs to take 3 different courses of action? 1, an Amazon print book, 2, an Amazon ebook, and 3, Kindle?
Actually, no. Amazon, when you talk about ebook, is a Kindle book. It's a Kindle. It's not as Kindle. Of course, there are versions where people list their PDF book on Amazon. That is possible. So that's not considered as Kindle book. You know, Kindle book is using the Kindle format. Then you call it a Kindle book or Kindle digital book. So you don't have to do all 3 versions. You can choose only one version. You can choose your PDF version in case you have already done your PDF. You don't have to do a Kindle. You just upload your
Okay,
PDF to the Amazon platform. They will still sell for you.
very
But
easy.
the good difference is that Kindle you can do clicking. You can there are many more things you can do. Yeah.
Okay, now we have a question from Elizabeth Young here. Now, her question is that now that you've submitted your book to be published on Amazon, will the printing only be allowed to be printed from Amazon, or can we take the same content and have it printed locally for local orders?
Yes, you own the manuscript. You have the copy of your own manuscript, the hard copy or the soft copy. You can send it to your local printer and print it. No problem. Because your cover design is there already, everything.
All right. Now we have a question from Yiwa Aoyong again. What is your main purpose of writing a book, Mr. Cheng? Is it for monetizing it or for lead generation for your business? What's your purpose?
I think purpose, obviously to monetize, but is it going to monetize a lot? It may not be, because that book is not a Harry Potter book. No, it's not going to sell millions and millions of books. It is. So, but it is lead generation possible. Yes, it's a talking point. At least I've in my experience when I wrote my first book, when I remember I went for a job interview, because it was very competitive job interview. At the end, I'm one of the last candidates. I came out with my book, my first book. I said, okay, this is my book. I would like to give it to you. So they were quite impressed because none of the other candidates written anything. So
Mm.
at certain times, yes, you can use the book for marketing purposes, for lead generation, or even to impress some people. It depends on how you use it.
Okay, I can take only a few more questions here. We have one from Sarjit. Actually, Calvin asked a question also about can you print your book locally, but I think that was answered already just now. Now we have a question from Sarjit. Now he's asking, Kindle, apart from ebook, do they do audiobooks as well?
Audio books, I believe so, but there's another site they call it Audible. Yes, they do audiobooks, but audiobooks is a separate genre. You need to hire someone to do the voiceover. So that one, there's a separate charge altogether. Yes, you can do audiobook. In fact, my idea of my next book will be to do an audiobook, because not everyone has the time to read or bother to read. They just want to listen while they are driving. Yes.
Right. Okay. Now, just now, Elizabeth asked a question about printing. If you've done it on Amazon, can you print it locally? Now, there's a question here from Leslie who's asking about publishing. Now that you've published on Amazon with the limitations, can you then publish the book at other places as well, from other publishers as well?
I think Amazon there's some restriction because once you publish that they lock you in for a certain period, but not forever lah. Because basically I think several months you must agree to be on the platform. The terms and conditions they are all there, but after a certain period of time it's not forever. They don't lock you in forever. But Amazon is one of the largest platforms in the world compared to other book selling sites, online book selling sites. So I think it's good to give them a try first. Try to maximize whatever you can do with Amazon. Until you have exhausted, then you look for other people. Yeah, but
All
you can
right.
do with others. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we've got 2 more questions here from Clement. Now, if there have been instances where people place the books on Amazon, but it doesn't seem to sell at all. So, how then do you promote your ebook on Amazon?
Okay, promoting an ebook, there are a few ways on the Amazon. They have things like Kindle promotion. It's like, okay, you set let's say a 5-day period. Say my ebook is cost $3.99. So maybe on the first day I will price it at 99 cents. Second day 1.99 and so on until the last day go back to the original price. This could be one of the promotions which they allow me to do it. You know, And
Okay.
of course, I need to build up my own Facebook page also. People need to know what is this book all about. So basically, you need to build your own followers. Amazon is a place to list your books. They don't guarantee to sell your books. So we as an author have to do our own part to promote our books, bring our followers, bring our supporters, like that.
Right. Question from Ming: if one publishes on Amazon, can you still sell ourselves in local bookstores like MPH?
Possible, yes. What happened is that what I did was that I ordered my own author's copy. Author's copy I only pay the printing cost. I don't need to pay $12.99.
All
I
right.
only paid I think $2.15, plus whatever shipping cost per book. So from there I can mark up. So I mark up a certain price, whatever you think is comfortable locally, and you can send this to the local bookshop for distribution. It's up to you.
Okay, wonderful. And last question we have here is from Yvonne about audiobooks. How much is the cost to do an audiobook?
Audiobook, I think they charge by the minute. From what I got some quotation previously. If you talk about doing a 30-minute audiobook, 30-minute audiobook is not the whole book. No? I think it's maybe don't know how many pages. Only. So I think they're charging 100 US dollar for that for half an hour. 1 hour will be more, something like this. So the longer the number of minutes, the higher the charges. And you need to find the right voice for your book, whether male, female, whether the person is can vocal, have a right pitch, stuff like this.
Right, of course. Not easy actually.
Mm.
Anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Cheng, for sharing. I'm sure that you all have more questions to ask. If you have any questions, feel free to send Mr. Cheng a private message, and I'm
Yeah,
sure that
thank you.
we'll answer your questions.